Welcome everybody. Thank you all for coming today. I'm going to hand pretty much straight over to Lynn because then she can explain what the morning is about. But I know it's about the Monday morning soul missives as the main thing. But I'm having to read my own because it was so long ago that I wrote it. I can't remember what I wrote properly. So my head's been filled with many things since then. So I'm going to hand straight to Lynn, who was the main author of the book, and then she can explain what the morning is about and go from there.
Well, the Monday Morning Soul Missives started as an idea of Paul and I starting our own little publishing company, the Quiet Rebel Bureau, and we wanted to involve community and get stories out. So I came up with this idea, wouldn't it be great if we could get authors to write a story to a stranger, to tell them that there's hope on Mondays, because Mondays, you know, everyone, well not everyone, but a lot of people wake up and they really don't want the week ahead happening and they feel like life is not worth living. I know, I've been there. So I wanted this book to be little stories of hope to authors, from authors, everyday people to everyday people, so they can see that life is worth it and you can get up and you can change your life. And I'm so pleased today that I've got 5 awesome speakers who are going to share their stories and hopefully inspire you and motivate you to never think that Mondays are crap again, and to do things, amazing things with your life, because if they can change their lives around, so can you, so can everybody. So the whole idea behind the book is that Monday mornings bring up kind of anxieties and worries and unhappiness when we begin to journey in the beginning of the week and think that we have the whole rest of the week and we've got to get through it and maybe we're not on the right path, doing the right things. So these authors have shared how they've changed their lives around. We have Ben, who shares his story from being homeless and a heroin addict, Charlotte, who suffered with anxiety and depression, Kim, who wrote about losing family members. We have Zach, who in the book shares his story about alcoholism, and we have Kate, who is the owner of the Mystic River Lounge, who shares about numbers and how she wanted a better life, but she knew that she was on a 5 out of 10 and how she got to a 10 out of 10. So it's there to inspire and motivate you. So if you're feeling a little bit less of your life is going in the way that you want it to, then this is the book for you.
So it's titled Begin With Yourself. It's Monday morning and the weekend's over, but this doesn't mean you've got to have the usual Monday morning blues. You're alive. You have breath in your body and love in your soul. While it's down to you to motivate yourself, I'd love to inspire you. How do you rate your life? 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10, even less? I score a 10 out of 10 on the happiness chart. I'm completely happy in my life, my family life, my personal life, my working life, my home, my financial income. I'm very fortunate in many ways. While I do appreciate this is easy for me now and harder for others, I have created the life I want. I used to be at a 5 out of 5. I went to work and was a real job's worth. Can't believe that, can you?
Hiya, so my name's Charlotte Chase. I am an independent consultant with a company called Arbon International, so it's health, wellness. I'm massively passionate about network marketing because that's what's transformed my life. So the reason I really wanted to have a part in this book and why I'm so passionate about what it's about is because of the journey I've been on from highly anxious, highly depressed. I had post-traumatic stress disorder and I just really didn't know who I was, and the journey I've come on to find myself, discover myself and create impact. I want to help other people be able to know that they can do that too, and that they can, you know, change their lives but also help others change their lives. So I really want to inspire people to know that they can step into their light and not to dim their light, basically. So you can find me on Instagram and my tagline is CharlotteChase_AIC.
So is the glass half full or half empty? You decide. For me, at this point, that's what I didn't realise that. I forgot I wrote that. The glass wasn't even half empty. There was no glass at all. This is when the moment came, the definitive moment that changed the course of my life. I hit rock bottom. Now, in hindsight, it would have been a lot easier to release my patterns of self-sabotage, my beliefs about the world and the people, including myself, a lot sooner. I don't advise hitting rock bottom because it's a long climb out of there. However, I obviously needed that big smack in the face. So there I was at the age of 23, alone in my flat. I was tired, I was exhausted, and I had no idea who I was. I felt useless, unloved, and worthless. I tried to call various family members, but because I knew I wasn't thinking straight. No answer, it was confirmed. No one would miss me if I was gone. So that was it. I decided life would be easier for others without me in it. I got out all the tablets I could find in the cupboard, and then bang, it hit me. I worked in complex care at this time, so at this point someone needed me. So I looked after a client who wouldn't have survived without me there. So I had a purpose, someone needed me. My jobs actually saved me.
Hi, my name's Parry. I'm a mental health practitioner, and I have just realised very recently that I've got a story that is worth telling, and I've realised that I spend all of my working day talking about other people's narratives, and I'm kind of not talking about my own narrative. So I come from a place of alcohol addiction. I've been through rehab, and one of my biggest pieces of work that I'm doing at the moment is trying to dispel stigma that is surrounds kind of mental health and addiction. I'm going back to university to study as a counsellor, and I'm very much looking forward to that. So yeah, that's all really.
So what I wanted to talk to you about was this new kind of like idea I'm using, and I'm using it with some of my clients at work, and it's the idea of kind of like a house that you build for yourself. And if you think of what the house means to you, it can mean lots of things. So to me, the home is like a really safe space. It's a place where all my things are. It's a place where I relax. It's a place where kind of, it's like the hub, I suppose it's the hub of my life. So I kind of see recovery as kind of a roof, and that roof being held up by pillars. And I'm quite a princely person sometimes, so these pillars for me are kind of like great marble pillars, but they can be kind of supports of any type. So I've got 4 pillars in my life that hold up my roof, that hold up my recovery, that hold up my lifestyle. And I would encourage you all to think about what your pillars are. What are the things that hold up your roof? What are the things that hold up your recovery? So for me, it's things like, one of those great pillars is like yoga and meditation. That does something for me spiritually and physically. Another pillar for me is kind of walking and adventure. So walking in the New Forest is very powerful for me. And adventure is like holidays abroad and finding new places, finding out new things. Another pillar of my life is, I suppose, self-development and learning, meeting new people, because when we meet new people, the self develops. And another pillar for me is my work, which is also my service, which is also me kind of giving something back to a system that actually has given me quite a lot, to be honest. Didn't like it at the time, but in retrospect, it's very important.
So my name is Kim Searle, and I'm a midlife mentor. That's an umbrella term for all the different things that I can do to help clients who are in midlife and are feeling lost, overwhelmed, they're struggling with something in their life and they really don't know what to do. I was asked to write in this book because I'd already written one book with the Quiet Rebel Bureau and marvellously got that published. And Lynn asked me to write a chapter, an inspirational chapter. And I chose an example of one of my family who unfortunately passed some years back, but the principles of what she left behind. And that legacy is so powerful. Each of us don't always recognise the power that we have on the people around us, even when we don't feel we've got anything going on. So for example, in this story, this lady had spent most of her life being angry at everybody except for her her cubs, I like to call them, because her family was everything. Her own family had not been as, what shall I say, as loving as she would have liked. But so she was fiercely loyal with her children. And that loyalty, that family connection, that fighting for each other is something of a legacy that she finally left. And they are still so close today that it's amazing. And I just wanted to let people know we always leave something behind, something powerful that we have no idea about, and we may never know, but people pick up on it. And I think my chapter was that sort of inspiring moment. Doesn't matter where you are in your life, somebody out there respects you, loves you, values the things that you've been doing. And if you haven't got to that point and you don't recognise them, they're there still. So I thought that was my inspirational story. Letting people know it's all right. They are leaving behind a legacy.
Hi, my name is Sarah Robinson. I'm a yoga and meditation teacher based in Bath. I contributed my chapter to Monday Morning Soul Missives because I'm a big fan of Lynn Thurman as a writer. She's written some beautiful books about the goddesses, which I'm really excited and interested in. I love a bit of goddess mythology. So it was really nice to work with Lynn and contribute to her new project, which is the Quiet Rebel Bureau publishing company. So it's really nice to be part of that. It's nice to meet new people, and we've had the book launch today and some people have shared their wonderful stories. It was wonderful to see people share a little something of themselves for the benefit of others. As I said, I'm a yoga teacher in Bath, but I actually run a lot of retreats around the country, up in Scotland, over in Spain, as far flung as Sri Lanka. And I love to teach people about yoga, meditation and wellness. You can find me online at sentieryoga.com, and I hope to connect soon.
Hi, my name's Ben Hornsby, and I was inspired to take part in this book because of my past pains and miseries that I used to suffer from a child, of lack of confidence, insecurity, shyness, which led to addiction. And I suffered with addiction for, say, 17 years until I seeked help in rehab. And I've done many forms of therapy, a lot of self-help work. I'm looking deeper inside myself, and I've managed to overcome all these say miseries and pains, and using them now to my advantage. I don't suffer with anxiety anymore. I feel blessed with it because it gives me the opportunity to step outside my comfort zone and grow. And I feel now I'm in a position to be able to pass this knowledge on to others and help get out the word out there to youngsters before, hopefully stop them going through what I went through life. They can contact me via Facebook. Just literally type in Ben Hornsby and I'll pop up with, say, entrepreneur underneath. You can message me there and I'll get back to you ASAP.
Parson, and as I idolised my older brother, everything he did I wanted to do. My little brother now coming up, he's 5 years younger than me. He idolised me and wanted to do everything I did, but he didn't want to be a heroin addict because he's seen how ill I looked. He's seen how terrible the state my mother got, because she tried committing suicide on one occasion because how bad I got. And he'd witnessed all that, bless him. He'd seen all of that. But he did turn out to have a lot of coke and alcoholic because he thought that was, you know what I mean? He thought it was a bit of a, what's the word? Jack the Lad, that's the word. A bit of a Jack the Lad sort of stuff, he thought that was. So he idolised me, and if I was out, he was out with me. We was like chalk and cheese, me and Ryan, and he was living with me at the time because he fell out with my mum because he was drinking all the time and fighting and acting a bit like I was, but he wasn't just as bad. He weren't into the burglaries because he wasn't on the heroin, so we didn't need to get that far, but everything else was the same pretty much. And I got a phone call one night from my mother saying, "Have you seen your brother?" I said, "No, he's probably in the pub." Because he'd usually be in the pub or in the club taking coke and sniffing pills or whatever. I just thought that's what he was doing. She said, "No, well, I was going to let you know, Ben, your cousin's died in a car accident. I don't know too much." I said, "Alright, fair enough." I wasn't that shocked. My cousin isn't actually what he was. He's a raving lunatic, proper nutcase. He's been done to prison for manslaughter, boy racer, proper nasty piece of work then, should we say. So I wasn't that shocked, really. Felt a little bit sad because I did care for him, but I wasn't bothered. I wasn't going to lose any sleep, put it this way. And another half an hour later, my mum was ringing me again. She said, you seen your brother yet? I said, no. I said, Mum, when he gets home, I'll give you a ring. She said, all right, well, I just want to let you know 4 people have also died in the car with your cousin. And I still didn't think nothing of it. I said, all right, Mum, well, when Ryan gets home, I'll give you a ring. It's another half an hour's gone by roughly. It's 9 o'clock now. My mum's rung me up. She said, is your brother home? I said, no, he's not back yet. And then all of a sudden she's screaming down the phone. She's howling like a child because the police are walking up the path. And then she knew my brother was in the car, and he died at 9 o'clock at night on a Friday. So she's screaming now and howling down the phone and hung up. And I'm like, I didn't know what to do. I was screaming at myself because I was saying, no, not Ryan. Why not my little brother? Why not me? I said, well, why not my older brother? Why him? Because he had something going for him. He had his own little window cleaning business. He played for the local football team. He was doing all the sort of things, you know, you'd expect your child to do.
I just want to quickly say thank you everyone who has come, and thank you to all the authors who have made this book possible, because without you we wouldn't be here. So I am just very, very grateful and honoured for you all to come today. Thank you so much. Hi, I'm Lynn Thurman. I'm co-director of the Quiet Rebel Bureau, and we've just published a book called Monday Morning Soul Missives. You can get it at Amazon. You can get it on ebook version or hard copy.